Starlight, Starbright, Star is on your screen tonight. We're here and we're back. We're gaming. Let's turn this up a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Couldn't hurt. Today we will be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Rose. One of the last remaining spin-off game series of Yugioh. It's more like a chess-based game where you put your cards down on the board and move them around in a chessboard-like formation. And it's Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's not Yu-Gi-Oh at the same time. I remember I got into an argument with a guy once in a Yu-Gi-Oh group I used to run, where I was trying to explain to him that Duel Links isn't Yu-Gi-Oh. Yes, it has the same characters, has the same some of the same cards, but it has completely different mechanics to it. It's a whole different game in itself. Yeah. A lot of yap, a lot of fluff. Whereas no, I don't need price though. Oh, even the game board itself and Master Duel is different. So I tend to usually go with the zombie deck to make Punk King. And a lot of their fusions are really easy to make. Because they have pretty generic fusion materials. Let me see if I can pull up the fusion list for this one. I'm not too familiar with these. The fusion simulator. What is this? Enter the name of your ID number of a card. That probably would be better. Out of these, Fairy and Spellcaster Warrior, Dragon, and Winged Beast. I think probably Dragon and Winged Beast would be better. Over Fairy and Spellcaster. Because both of these get terrain bonuses on mountain, where these are separate terrain bonuses. Hello, Katie. How's it going? I'm gonna go with Dragon and Winged Beast. Let them do the yapping. They're so. I'm a little iffy too myself. I got off work last night and got NBC with Seki and the boys. and got off like 6:30 this morning. Gotta get that caffeine in your system. And then I ended up waking up like 11 something, maybe 10. I can't remember specifically, but yeah, I'm a little eating myself. So the story of this game is, it's kind of a war. What is one of the wars? I can't think of, something about a war that they ended up turning into a Yugioh game. So also a lot of yap. I'm not too interested in. I tend to go with the Simone side first, so that way I can get the bows and play with the zombie deck. But I'm gonna go with Seto because the people on Seto's side are a lot easier. So they got like Taya and fucking Tristan, and I can't remember if I still have the emulator modified. I don't know if I loaded in the modified version or not. Where is Aqua Wing Beast? Where's Wing Beast? Fish, Plant, Pyro, Rock, Thunder, Wing Beast, Beast Warrior, Pyro, 13, and a Pyro. There we go. But actually, let's do this in case. Yeah, Crimson Redbird. I know, like, if it's the modified emulator, they boosted most of these cards by a lot. And most of these people are a lot harder than they are in the base game. Let's put this back here, just in case. I actually think this is the modified version, because I don't think you would start with Sky Dragon. That's kind of a big starting point. Let's run you over. Oh, I didn't turn off the 3D model thing. It's crazy how, I want to say it's this one and like two other ones that they 3D model all the cards in the game. Well, all the monsters. We can't even get that for most of the regular games. Fusion. I'm gonna be a subtle coffee enjoyer myself. What do you do? Let's flip face up and Thursday. Chicken pocket and takes in space teleport when chicken pocket to opponent's summoning area. Bakugan. I just don't go out of my way to drink coffee. Let's do this. Pretty sure dragon should be at the top. Dragon plus plant. This is a dragon too, right? Yeah, dragon. Dragon plus zombie. Gaia cursed dragon. Harpies. Typhon 2 plus a dark dragon. No, you're not late. We're here. It's still early. Dragon plus spellcaster. Time wizard results in thousands dragon. Dragon plus fiend. What the hell? Oh, I was about to say. Bro, I'm not late, bro. I do like the 3D battle thing. It's just like it gets old after a while. It's like extra time to get to it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Actually, keep clicking buttons. Hinatomi. Oh, actually, you're gonna lose that boost if I do that, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, my phone just reminded me I went live. 13 minutes later. Yeah, this is one of my one of my favorite. How do I go into the options? There it is. Turn it off. In 01. And came out at 01. It's ancient game. Yeah, this is from my childhood. I loved this game back in the day. Let's run it over just in case. Yeah, I like the I like the emulator somebody built for this. They added cards and they gave cards actual effects closer to their real effects. They did a lot of work for it. really well put together. Sky Dragon has been promoted. I wish I could remember what my controls were for the speed. Oh, there it is. That works too. Should probably go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn it. Oh, nope, didn't get that one either. Yep, that's fine. I had that down pat for a while where I could make sure I get every card that I wanted. I'm pretty sure I could use all 3 of those cards in this deck though. Let's see here. What's your ability? All monsters with 1,000 or below attack increased by 1,000. That's not that good. 1,800 fairy, pyro. Definitely can use that. Can take out Hinatami. I think there's a plant, right? What the plant dragon thing? I could have sworn there was a plant fusion for dragons to make the black guy dragon thing. Can't remember his name at the moment. Hippopotamus, purple hippopotamus. Hey, Yummy Mac. If I was to have a millennium item, what would I choose? Maybe the Millennium Ring. The one that lets you see the future. I feel like that's the most realistically useful one. Should probably put something down. No, the eye is the one that lets you read people's minds. That's the one Pegasus has. Dark. Let me see the plant. Damn it. 1,600 or higher. That's right. Okay, I'm throwing. Yeah, the eye makes it so you can read people's minds. The ring is for to see the future. The necklace is for wait. No, the ring is Bakuras. I don't know what Bakuras do. What does Bakura's ring do? I don't think they ever said what Bakura's ring does. Wait, what? Oh, he has 16 defense. Okay. Bakura's ring has like a tracking ability that lets him track other pieces. That's all I can remember it doing in the anime. Merrick's staff, I think, is like the puzzle. All it does is like make you be possessed by somebody. And purple balance with orange. There's a yellow tail and brown tail with the gold snakes and the Pope has cat girl harem and the King of Mars. What is this yet? No, I am unaware. Wait, what? What is this yap? I know the anime, but I just regard for gore. Yeah, I am the what one would say, the unaware. Probably should write down the Wing Beast. I think Wing Beast just has Crimson. Yep. I think Crimson is the biggest, yeah. Let's stick with dragons then. Ooh. Oh. Lord Jesus, why is that so big? I asked, but Katie said that she's too famous. Katie's too famous to collab with me. Super cool, super famous cat owner, Katie. Why the fuck is so big? What the hell? What the heck? That's fine. Everyone's like that sometimes. I'm just a guy, Katie. I'm just some guy. Some guy on the internet. Why are you so big? Okay, I didn't think I was gonna have to do grinding already. But wait, did I not save my deck? Why is he telling me it's still in here? Our shy boy Danny K. You're our shy boy. I mean, yes, that's true. You are a frequent collaborator. I'm losing here. She's just too big. Why is she so big? OMG, hi Danny. I wasted that fucking D spell. What's this? I'm struck by you transform in Harpy Sisters. Is this gonna be enough? Wait, what? Fucking Commander Knight. Why was she so big? I wasn't ready for that. I thought it was Heartblade plus a dragon. Wait, is it more than one Hinatama in here? It is. Oh, not the Hodo. British. It was early morning collapse. Katie, what is that? What is that? I think I'm going to probably have to do grinding already, which is kind of stupid. He oh, he hit like a freight train. I wasn't ready for him to hit that hard. Maybe I can get to him before he starts getting to his equipped spells. What? How do I make Machine Dragon again? One machine plus a dragon. Okay. Which I can't do right now. Okay, then. Maybe do this. Pretty self-explanatory. The purple hippopotamus with orange and yellow tail with a promise to speaking on Latin. It's a devotee. A pope has a cat. Girl harem is the king of Mars. I'm so confused. I am what one would call unaware. I'm unaware of your young people lingo. played this game when I was younger. I remember how much bad I was at actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, that's fair, because this isn't really Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, it's a personal copy pasta. Katie asked, did you know her copy pasta? How long are you? Okay, so next turn. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to do some grinding. He got all the good traps and everything. He just got a little bit of everything. I think he just got the shoot, I can't even think of how to beat him. Yeah. Crimsonberg got promoted, okay. Return the title. Okay, so in this, there's the wait, what? I didn't say. Because I'm an imbecile. So in this, it's kind of the same game, just that they don't. Some cards that in the real game that have effects don't have effects, or they have different effects. And then like it's kind of like chess, but instead of starting with all your pieces on the board, you put pieces on the board to wait. How do I go back? You get to your opponent and use it to either attack their life points directly or beat their monsters until they have no more life points. You can level up your cards and make them stronger. They gain like abilities through leveling up, like they can move more spaces, they can what the hell does that mean? I only read half of that. That's fine though. But yeah, you can level up your cards, they can move farther, they can give stats two other cards. I think they can level up and gain stats. Oh no, the it's more or less just the I want to say it is, but it isn't chess. It's kind of hard to explain the specifics of this game. Yeah. You always, you and your typo retractions. So I'm gonna do this. Let's start with custom duels. Since I know I'm not going to be able to beat him, I might as well start with doing the grinding now. Defeats the purpose of trying to, well, beating Taya to get to him. But yeah, in some ways it's the same game, but in others it's not. I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, it doesn't. It's one of those how you look at it type beats. What was again? It is Typhon 2 with what? With the Dark Dragon. I don't even think I have any Dark Dragons. Although I played this game when I was younger, I didn't get far in this game because, you know, as you would say, this guy sucks. I don't even think I have any Dark Dragons to activate to make that fusion. What is that? Bucket. Oh, Mocha. 25. That's a big boy there. Some sugar. Like my coffee very bogged down with a little bit of everything. I'm not one for the taste of coffee. So I gotta get my sugar. Creamer. This is just everything I can put in there is going in my cup. That's for gay people. Grinding in this game is a little slow. I think it's a lot faster than what it could be. It's realistically all you need to do is go in. What the hell? How did you get up? Oh, that's not the my bird. My bird's up here. Platonically, just a little platonic love, loving the homies. Ain't nothing wrong with homie love. I forgot to put him in defense, which is fine. So I just do that and run you over. Oh yes, machines get their power up through Wasteland. Usually you come in here and you beat your character enough times and just pluck all their cards. This is Wing Dragon. This should work right. It shouldn't. Why does that not work? No, I did not hear about Diddy getting arrested. The diddler, as some call him. Did they finally catch him, or did he turn himself in, or did he do something else? I'm looking. What is the difference? It's a dragon. It's a lot of baby oil. I want a mountain card. There it is. I'm like, why is it not working? Oh, well, yeah. That'll do it. That will do it. Yeah. Do the crime, you do the time, as they say in. I gotta get a second mountain warrior. I don't think it really matters, because the fact that return to the deck. Unless I get an actual mountain, it's not gonna amount to anything. Maybe I can pull a Crimson Bird. Bet. A second bet wouldn't be bad. Gets me to 1850 body. I mean, statute of limitations and all. Probably not that, but like, you know, other things that he's been accused of doing is a possibility. Definitely gotta get this Hinatama out of here. It wouldn't be murder. It'll probably be like what's the word I'm looking for here? There's no statute of limitations on murder. What is the word I'm looking for here? My brain want to say association so bad, but that's not right. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I know that. I played Saints Row 1. No, that's Saints Row 2. He said, she's like, we're gonna lock you up for 56 years or something like that. And he's like, man, what about the statute of limitations? She said, there's no statute of limitation on murder. What's my dragon to? It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 16, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 9. So maybe take out a weaker dragon or a baby dragon. What's my weakest dragon? Fairy? Yeah, fairy. What is it when you like? It's not premeditated neither. I guess like when you know somebody is trying to murder someone, it's not association, but whatever. It wouldn't be murder. Moral of the story. He's not the one who did the... What the fuck? How the hell did you just do that? That was a hand of all time for you to pull off Punk King. Hey, kind of, I guess. '95 has been saved for over a year now. Back has been over by the police. You want to jump in the call and talk about it? My unawareness is immense. Ooh, that's bad. Pulling another D-spell would be pretty decent though, honestly. Alright. I think I need this. Actually, let's do this, then this. Wait, what? Bird, not... Wait, I thought I did that already, though. Wasn't that how I made it last time? Beast Warrior, Wing Beast, Harpy, A, Fell, Stroll, Bird... Swing Beast, Pyro, Drill Bird makes Crimson instead. It's really bad card placement there. Go here. I got 4 on the field. Okay. Sit this here to block that. Probably should attack that defense. There we go. Crimson. Let's open up some of these slots. I don't know why he doesn't fuse to make zombie dragon. What did you say? Does it make sense to make my last message? Well, that, but like I was thinking of like you knew about it. You didn't like help do it. You didn't help set it up, but you just knew about it happening. If you understand what I mean. Explaining things isn't really my forte. I answered that question too. You just ignored my answer. Yeah. What the hell? What just happened? Oh. What the hell? What the hell? What did I just do? I can't. There it is. Okay. It's a misdemeanor. I mean, I know you still like can get locked up for some years. I know that happens a lot. A Mr. Minor.
Hello.
Hello,
everyone.
Hello, Mr. Streamer man.
I'm not a streamer, but I was allowed out the basement. So I'll take it, I guess.
It's super famous, well-known streamer, moderator, Sasma.
No. I'm just a regular guy.
Some dude.
I don't do nothing special, but just sit here, moderate, and make art on the side. Okay. Hold on. Before I continue, I was told by Himawari to tell you you're a bitch.
Mr. Minor. Mr. Minor. Yeah, Mr. Minor.
Hold on. Let me I need to get your screen up on my computer and shit, so I know what chat's saying.
Why am I a bitch?
Oh no, that's what Himawari told me to tell you. I saw him in PC and I was like, oh, there you go, introduce myself, and I told him I had to go real quick to go hang out with you and shit. He's like, oh yeah. Before you go, though, tell him you see your. I'm like, all right, nice. I will be sure to pass on your message, Himawari.
Drink spread.
Okay, so hold on, give me a minute. Let me get this up and shit. How are you today, though? Before I start yapping for you,
Yeah,
since that's the only reason
Bill.
why I'm here.
Yeah, Bill. Like a
I'm here to give you the yap assist.
like a J. Cole. I was about to
Like a
say
J. Cole.
album. I was about to say a J. Cole
Oh,
album, but that's not. It's a J. Cole label.
must delete later. Must delete later.
No.
Or might delete later. Is that what you're talking about?
I was thinking Dreamville, but I said Yapville, like a J. Cole label.
I'm just like. No, I get it. It's fine. It's fine. I can see the mistake there. I can see the mistake. Of course, you know, Dreamville must be an album. Must be an album. I mean, hey, who knows? There might be a compilation album with the set name of the label. So, like, yeah, I can see it. Needless to say, man, it's been a morning. I literally woke up late. Anyways, so about this whole Diddler case, the Diddler, the dude Diddler. So he got hit with racketeering and trafficking. I guess what you call it. Right with the case, right? So Homeland Security was supposed to pick him up today, apparently, but they, for some reason or another, they changed their plans and they picked him up yesterday. So it's interesting because for the last over half a year, Keefy D, who is all right. So everything that I'm gonna say, just so Chad is aware, and for any VOD watchers and lurkers around. So anything that I'm about to say can be looked up online. You can do your research. Don't take it just from me. I am just regurgitating from my research, right? So like everything that I'm about to say, I would suggest you double check. Don't take my word for it. So Keefy D, prior to his arrest, was do you know who Vlad TV is?
No.
Okay, Vlad TV is like he's like academics in a way that he interviews a lot of industry people. He's an industry reporter, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
And he has interviewed everyone from Young Buck to Keefy D to even I think he interviewed The Game at one point. I'm pretty sure he's interviewed a lot of people. He frequently interviewed Lil Boosie. I think he interviewed Tony Yeo. He's interviewed a bunch of people, but besides the point, the interviews that he has had with Keefy D have been about the cases revolving around Tupac. I don't know if he's talked about the Biggie case on there, but Keefy D claims that around 1995, during the whole West Coast and East Coast battle in rap, where both big time artists Biggie and Tupac were beefing, right?
Yeah.
And that goes back to when Pac was shot at Quad Studios in New York, where he was supposed to collab with Biggie before the beef started. Like Pac, if for those who are not aware, is a New York native. He was born in New York, and the West Coast adopted him. So he was always going around the U.S. Like so when he went back to New York to work with Biggie in Quad Studios, before he got into the elevator, he got hit up by a couple of dudes in masks and whatnot, and he got shot a couple times. And from that point forward, he didn't feel like he could trust Biggie. That's pretty much where that whole beef started, from what people understand.
Yeah.
And so, for the longest time, people were very speculative about who knew what, who was involved. There was rumors that Diddy and Suge Knight were involved. Suge Knight was always involved in some shit, so it was really easy to point the finger at him to some degree. Suge Knight, for those who are not aware, was the CEO of Death Row Records, who signed Pac right after he got out of jail. The first time around, I think it was '94. I could be wrong. And so after he signed to Death Row, if you're a fan of Pac, you're gonna see the transition in his music from him talking about a lot. Like, he used to talk a lot about uplifting the community, all that stuff. It was like that was his main content prior to signing with Death Row. After signing to Death Row, he began to talk more. He began to walk that gangster life, that thug life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he always mentioned it, but like now it was more like part of his persona. Like, you've probably seen a famous photo of Pac with I think it's a Canadian it's a hockey jersey. It's a red hockey jersey with, like, I think it looks like a hockey puck with whatchamacallit, with wings on it. I forgot. I don't know what team it's for, but there's a famous photo of Pac flipping off the paparazzi, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he began to just like not give a fuck. Yeah. I think it is the Red Wings jersey. Yeah. Like, if you look it up, you'll find it. Like, it's one of his famous photos.
I'm pretty sure that's true, Katie. About the that's where everybody say it originates from.
Yeah. Yeah. It was born in I want to say was it the Bronx? Why am I flipping out? Hold on. Yeah, like the first hip hop party was hosted by DJ Kool Herc. For those who don't know, DJ Kool Herc was the first DJ to host a hip hop party. That's and I forgot what. Oh, damn it, dude! It's gonna bother the fuck out of me. I'm gonna look this up right now because it is gonna bother the fuck out of me.
Mental farts.
Yeah, the South Bronx. Okay, yeah. So the South Bronx of New York City is where it started with DJ Kool Herc was like the one who started it back in August 1973. It wasn't even it was funny because me and my brother were talking about this because I was only privy to understanding that I thought it started in the early 80s, but it really started in the early 70s, which is crazy because I forgot what genre was popping up back in the day before hip hop, but that genre introduced the beat machine, and so there was a lot of back and forth between genres of like rock saying that, oh, these are not people really making music, they're just pressing buttons. That's where that all started, right? But I'm not here to talk about that.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's for another day. You guys want to talk about hip hop history? That's for a whole other day. Back to what I was saying. So, yeah, Pac, who's a New York native. He was the type of person who really felt comfortable going around the hood, going around the city. You know what I mean? Like, his dad was a Black Panther. His mom was affiliated with the Black Panthers. He revolves around all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and not to mention, hip hop started off as a means to, for lack of a better term, and this is gonna sound cliche, to fight the power, right? To fight the system, to basically break the mold of, like, you know, how the system was really put against the minorities and whatnot.
Yeah.
So so understanding that that's where Pac came from and how he grew up and who were his parents and whatnot and where his upbringing and whatnot. It that's why like I feel like it made sense for him to like get too comfortable in his surroundings, like because that was the first instance of like his reality check in a sense where he got shut up pretty bad, and when he got shut up at Quad Studios, he had gone up into the elevator to go, I guess, wait for paramedics, and he was sitting in the chair, and I guess he didn't know who to trust because he didn't know what the fuck happened.
Right.
Like, and so he was quick to blame Diddy and Biggie because he was there to see them, and you know, like at the time, Pac was pretty well known too, right? So it wouldn't be too far fetched for it to be random. I don't think that was really had anything to do with them, even though like a lot of the shit after that was just both sides going back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like after the shooting at Quad Studios, Pac I think released "Hit 'Em Up," like a lot of shit, like a lot of diss tracks happened, and then one of Biggie's diss tracks was not supposedly wasn't initially a diss track. "Who Shot Ya?" I don't know if you guys ever know what the song "Who Shot Ya," but when he released the song "Who Shot Ya," according to sources, that song was made before all this beef happened. So like him dropping the song was really just a coincidence, and it just almost for people on both sides, it fueled the beef even more because it was like, oh shit, okay, it's getting real, right? Like he's talking about, oh, I shot you, like all that shit, right? So that just elevated the beef even more. Pac talking about how I fucked your wife, all that shit, you know what I mean? Like saying, and not even just taking shots at Bad Boy Records, but taking shots at every East Coast rapper that he could think of, you know what I mean? Like at the end of Hit 'Em Up, he went at Jay-Z, he went at Nas, he went at everyone. There's stories on that shit. But so leading up to like the death, if you want to skip forward a bit, it was Pac went to the Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is with Pac at that time, he was a big fucking selling artist. Like he was signed to Death Row. Like he was their biggest artist on Death Row. You know what I mean? So if your biggest star is your biggest moneymaker, right? You don't want to get him involved in dumb shit. And so, for those who don't know, Suge Knight was a heavy affiliated with the Bloods and the Pyrus in California. And for those who also don't know, Diddy was affiliated with New York Crips. And so, at the MGM, there was a fight that broke out between the two crews, and for whatever reason, Pac went over there to, I guess, helping the jumping of one of the guys that, I guess, fought this other dude on their crew. And then from there, they left the MGM, and soon after that, another car rolled up right next to Pac's car at a stoplight, and that's where they got Pac. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what we understand to have happened. Where Keefe D falls into place with all this is that before he got arrested, he was doing interviews for 2 years with Vlad TV about this case, and just like we were saying earlier, there are no statute of limitations on murder. So the police took all that information and took it as a confession and took him in. Keefe D claims that he was one of the 4 people in the car that shot up Pac, and he also claims that in the original case for the Pac murder, his nephew was the shooter, according to the case. Orlando Brown, or I think it's Anderson Brown. I forgot what his full name was, but
Yeah, Orlando Brown is the guy from That's So Raven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Completely different guy.
Different guy. Sorry. But yeah, so damn, that's gonna bother me now. I didn't even know his name. Anyways, so yeah, his nephew supposedly took the rap. He didn't even take the rap because shortly after the death of Pac, they ended up getting him in L.A. So they didn't even get a chance to try him. And then the other two accomplices in the car, the driver and whoever was in the back seat, they all passed away due to either having cancer or unknown causes, which is really weird. And then there's Keefy D, who is like the last person that supposedly said that they were in that same car. And he claims that, you know, his nephew might have been the shooter, but it's really weird the way he tells the story. And he claims that the reason why the hit was put on Pac, or not the hit, the way the hit was orchestrated and whatnot, Diddy put out a hit on all the death row chains.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the initial hit was for. Was anyone who gets who kills anyone with the death row chain, they'll get a certain amount of money. I forgot exactly the amount of money that he was offering for those chains, or snatching chains or whatever. And pretty much, I guess Diddy ended up giving the money to someone close to Keefy D, and that person didn't give Keefy D the money.
Right.
So that's another reason why he's been talking a lot. Like during his time in jail, he's been trying to get basically put Diddy under the bus by, you know, telling the police, yo, he's the one who orchestrated the hit to put the hit on Pac, this, that, and the third. And so now that we come today, Pac's death, it was really it really just looked like a setup, just from like all the details from the fight at the MGM to the cars rolling up right next to Pac. Like, the thing is, dude, we're talking about Las Vegas, right? Las Vegas on the Strip is very packed. Like, you're not gonna get away that quickly. If you do have a drive-by, it's gonna be a hard time to get out of traffic without running into cars. You're better off doing a walk-by. But anyways, besides the point, it's the fact that they got away, no one really saw what happened to the car. You know what I mean? Like it's really odd because it was a fight night. It was also a fight night with one of the biggest boxers in the world, Mike Tyson. You don't think it's gonna be packed as fuck?
Right.
Like, you know, like there's not only celebrities out wanting to watch this fight, but there's other people out and about at the casinos wanting to watch the fight. So there's no way in hell that they were able to get away without it being set up to where they were able to get away. And the other thing that was really weird is that in the case files it says there is mentioning of Suge Knight having LAPD on payroll because they had some involvement. You know what I mean? It's just like all around really weird. As well as like having Las Vegas PD on payroll to some degree. And then a year later, if I'm not mistaken, they got Biggie, right? They got Biggie in LA. And that also was really iffy, you know. The thing was that Biggie was planning to leave Bad Boy, and it's really interesting because Biggie, Craig Mack. If those who don't know, Craig Mack is another rapper that was the first rapper to sign with Bad Boy. You probably heard of the song "Flavor in Your Ear" by Craig Mack.
Yeah, here comes
probably
the
his
flavor
most famous song.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, right? It's a slapper. It's a fucking slapper, and
Yeah.
it sucks that he passed away not too long ago. But needless to say, Craig Mack, May. I forgot who else left Bad Boy and turned to religion. Like, it's really weird because I was just talking to my brother and my sister-in-law about how I thought it was weird that a lot of his talent either left or had died from weird circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like I don't know how to explain it, but after Biggie's death, there was this the Rolling Stones magazine was gonna put Biggie on the cover, and Diddy, for the longest time, people didn't understand that. Like, Diddy really he told Rolling Stones that not to put Big on the cover, but to put him instead, which is really like weird. Like, your homie just passed away. Wouldn't you want to give your homie more of like a good goodbye in terms of remembering him, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, he benefited from the death of Biggie, in the sense of where, like, he owned the rights to his music, all the fucking royalties, all that shit, right? He didn't give anything to his family. Like, it's really fucking off-putting. And so, like, after Biggie's death, it almost showed a little bit of not a little bit. It showed greed coming from P Diddy, but no one batted an eye. Like, for the longest time, no one really said shit, right?
Right.
No, people would speculate. People would say shit like behind the scenes of like what they thought might have happened. But back then, there was no social media. You know what I mean? There wasn't no means of like talking about it online. Like, we were barely getting into the .com era in the early 2000s. So it was just like, by that point, Biggie and Pac had already passed away for 4 years, right? 4 years.
Yeah.
So it was already like, time has already passed. Diddy already had solidified himself as the major point in hip hop and rap. Hip hop began to change because of the two major stars having passed away and died in tragic accidents, or not tragic accidents, tragic incidents, right?
Yeah.
Like, so there was a void like left by these two major artists. So like it did pave the way for a lot of other artists to enter the game, but it was really weird how that all worked out. You know what I mean? How, like, if it weren't for those two incidents, where would hip hop be, right? Where, like, Biggie and Pac would still be making music? How would they have evolved in their music, or what have you? What they would have accomplished with their careers, and where that would leave Diddy? Because if Biggie was leaving Bad Boy, that means that he had only did an album with 2 albums with Diddy, and I don't think Diddy was like. Diddy at that point was just like a producer, in the sense where he was orchestrating, putting together these projects. I don't think that he was actually producing like someone like Dre, who was in the studio producing like beats and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Diddy was more of like the conductor of an orchestra. Like, he had people come in, like, all the raps that Diddy had on any song, someone wrote for him, whether it be Mace or Biggie. I think who else wrote for Diddy? Like, he's not shy about it either. This is all known. Like, these are not just ghostwriters. It's Mace has come out and said that he wrote for Diddy. People knew that Biggie wrote for him. Like,
yeah,
Diddy's not a rapper, right? So, so like he didn't have much talent, and he wanted that he wanted the money, he wanted the limelight. He was someone who was really all about the money. He didn't like the song "All About the Benjamins" was no joke. That was literally how he carried himself. Yeah. He didn't give a fuck about nothing but the money. So it was just interesting to see how he took advantage of everything. You know what I mean? From the people around him to including to the death of his supposedly good friend and biggest artist on this label, right? Like one of the biggest artists to ever come out of New York. Crazy enough, he only released 2 albums. Like even with his small discography, he made a major impact.
Fuck, man.
Like Pac had more albums than Biggie, but they both still had the same amount of impact in hip hop. Like till this day, they are referred as the biggest legends in hip hop. And so and Diddy really he took advantage of that. You know, like from taking over the whatever limelight was left from Biggie and like resampling, reusing a lot of his lyrics. Like he's made money off of Biggie, and all that money he didn't even. I guarantee you, he didn't give much money to his family if he did give him any money. Like his son is a rapper. I don't think that he wants to work with him because it's really weird that like his son being a rapper and all. Not Diddy's son, Biggie's son. That you would think that he would give him a good deal, right? Hey, what's going on, Danny? Welcome back.
Relating
we're just talking about
music, yeah.
Yeah, my bad. We're just Demex having me on the forums. We're talking a little bit about some hip hop history because of some recent events that are going down. With Diddy and whatnot. Diddy, just to reiterate where I'm going with this. Diddy just got hit with racketeering and trafficking, in a trafficking case yesterday by the Homeland Security. And so he's in custody right now. So back to what I was saying. So seeing how he took advantage of everything and really just was just greedy enough to just take it all for himself, right? Like at this point in time, before he got arrested, he was known as a hip hop mogul. He had money in not just music. He owned rights to people's music and owned the rights to people's royalties, fucking publishing. He at one point owned Ciroc, right, like a major liquor company that was owned by Diageo, I believe is the name of the umbrella company. What else did he do? What else did he own? P Diddy was involved in a lot of shit. I just know that. I think even reality TV, right, with making the band, right?
Yeah.
So like, he's had money. He's been making money for years, right, off of his celebrity, and like, he really only started off as like. There's a famous clip of Suge Knight at the Source Awards where he's talking shit about Diddy dancing around in the videos and not doing shit but just being there to take in any clout.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And he was saying if you don't want to see any of that, come to Death Row type of thing. Because at the time, Suge Knight was just the muscle. He was the businessman of like. He was the Debo of the music industry. If you guys know who Debo is, he's one of the antagonists in Friday.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. He's the bully on the block. But anyways, so seeing that Diddy has made a lot of money, has like made his way into one of like I think at one point he was considered a billionaire, one of the only black billionaires besides Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how much it. Yeah. So okay. So I'm not wrong on that. Okay. So like, he was always preaching black excellence. He was always talking about vote or die. Like, all that shit was cool, but it was almost like a facade. Like seeing everything that transpired. Like last year, the case. Like okay, so all these cases that are coming down on Diddy really started last year with the Cassie case, right? Because there's footage out there of Cassie getting beat in a hotel.
Yeah, his wife. Yeah.
Well, not his wife. It was his girlfriend, one of his girlfriends, right?
Oh, okay. I remember somebody saying
they
it was
weren't
his
married.
wife, but yeah.
his wife, I forgot her first name, but her last name is Porter, so I'm just gonna refer to her as Miss Porter. Miss Porter died under mysterious circumstances. Before she died, she was working on a tell-all book, and apparently she died of pneumonia, which is really odd as the circumstances of death because we can cure that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's something that's curable. It wouldn't be too hard to take her to the hospital for her to get treatment for pneumonia, and she would. And it's New York. You know what I mean? Not to mention she's affiliated with Diddy. She's been part of I believe the record label that Diddy was a part of before he created Bad Boy was Motown. I could be wrong, but Motown, if I'm not mistaken, Motown was where Kim Porter. Oh, Kim Porter, that's her name, Kim Porter. Kim Porter was one of the. I think she was I don't know if she was someone who was a manager. I forgot what she did at Motown, but essentially that's how Diddy met Kim Porter, was through working with her at Motown. Oh no, it was Uptown Records. Sorry, so let me correct myself. It was Uptown Records. Uptown Records was the record label that Diddy first started with before he began his actual music journey. Like that's where his music journey started, I believe, officially. But besides the point, yeah, you don't want to meet Diddy. You don't want to. The thing is, even as a hip hop fan, I didn't give a fuck about Diddy. I knew that, like, I had an inkling that he wasn't a good person. Like, there's always been rumors and talk about how Diddy ran his business, right? How he treated his artists and whatnot. And so, like, hearing a lot of that shit, you kind of, like, the thing is, you got to take it with a grain of salt, right? Because you don't know what kind of business they had with Diddy, what have you. But it almost, you almost had to question it, right? So, like, even when I first started rapping, I was like, you know what? If I ever get a chance, I'm not dealing with that fool. Like, he just sounds shady in terms of, like, how he deals with his shit. But back to what I was saying, so Kim Porter died under mysterious circumstances. Like, dying under pneumonia is really weird. Like, it was almost like
decent songs, Katie.
Huh?
Katie said that he didn't even make good music. He got a few decent songs.
I mean, it's debatable if he even made the music. Like I said, he didn't write his lyrics. He was literally just recording what other people wrote for him. I don't know how much of the music he actually produced himself, or if he just orchestrated. Because producing is every beat maker is a producer, but not every producer is a beat maker. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, a producer is more than just a beat maker. They also, a producer will be in the studio helping the artist. Yeah, mixing and mastering it, working with the artist in the recording booth, helping them out with maybe certain things in their, you know, in their music, what have you, right? Yeah. Basically, like a conductor with the orchestra. 6, 7, 8, someone who's pulling the strings 10, in a way.
11, 12.
So, like, 13, it's debatable how much of the music that 3, 4, was put out under his name 7, 8, was actually done by him. You didn't even know who Diddy was until. Damn, you're young. You're fucking young. I'm old as fuck. We're old as fuck, then, Mac. I can't believe we're old as fuck. If Danny doesn't know who Diddy was until his point, damn, I'm old as fuck.
Ancient.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with us? What's wrong with us?
Yo, issue. Don't be old,
anyways,
bro.
Fucking, like I was saying, fucking, shit. So yeah, like, it's debatable what he has done, and like, people put him up there with one of the top producers. Yeah, like, just because I don't know how much of it was done by him, it's arguably, like, they are right that he deserves his spot up there. But, like, for me, I look at Timbaland, I look at what's his name with Rough Riders, fucking who's married to Alicia Keys, you know what I'm talking about? Swizz Beatz.
Oh yeah.
I look at Swizz Beatz, Timbaland, Dr. Dre, who was one of my favorite producers, fucking Pharrell, even what's his name from Atlanta, who worked with why am I blanking out? Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri is another one. Yeah, fucking who else? Dude, there's so many other really good producers that actually do the fucking job, fucking raw as fuck, dude. Anyways, I'm not gonna go on that tangent. He there's arguably his spot up there, but I wouldn't put him in my top 10 producers. There's way better producers out there that produce fire ass tracks that actually are behind the fucking the studio doing the shit, right?
Right.
On the beat machines, on the keyboard, you know what I mean? And that's not here or there. My point here is that Diddy really was just using people in the industry to get to where he was at. He's someone who would step over you if he had the chance. Like, and if you were around him and if you were gonna make a tell-all book or stuff like that, that's where I was getting at. So it's weird that Kim Porter, his ex-wife, died under mysterious circumstances due to the fact that, one, the illness that she contracted was something that was easily curable and something that she could have easily gone to the hospital for and got treated for. And not to mention that she was coming out with the tell-all book. Who knows what would have been in that book? You know what I mean? Who knows what she was going to say in that book about Diddy? Because she was there for a lot of those years. And then there was like the death of a bunch of the execs from Uptown Records that Diddy was a part of, because a lot of them were also coming out with tell-all books.
Right.
Like, Diddy seemed to be. No, not seem. He's someone who's been controlling.
Aiding and abetting. There it is. That's the one I was trying to figure out. Aiding and abetting. Yeah. They won't charge him for murder, but they will charge him for aiding and abetting. They can't prove that.
But aiding and abetting is more of like an accomplice thing.
Like he set up the hit.
Like you know how like they get the mob, right? That like they're gonna hit him with racketeering first, if anything.
Yeah, hold on, give me a second. Well, you can go ahead, yeah.
Okay. So like, so Diddy will be hit with like other charges. That's the word I've been trying to say, charges. He's gonna be hit with other charges, along with racketeering and trafficking. Aiding and abetting, I feel like, goes to more of like someone who's a getaway driver, someone who's just like hiding, someone who's trying to hide from the police. Like I don't know if aiding and abetting would work here as a charge. I do know that because he, according to sources, he was the one who put out the hit on not just on Pac, but basically, well, he put out the hit on the death row chains, which led to Pac getting shot. Is what it feels like it is. So he technically was directly involved in that.
Yes.
The only problem is that there is no proof of the money transfer.
Yeah, no one can prove it. So even if they could, they wouldn't be able to charge him with murder.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's where you're right. Like technically, like the fact that the only person they have in custody is Keefy D for that murder, because he's been talking about it on interviews for years now.
Right.
On Vlad. Now the FBI and the Las Vegas police have all those recordings, and they the way that the police work is that the only way you get a plea deal is if you can give them someone up higher up the food chain, right?
Right.
That's how racketeering works. They get the gunmen, they get the people at the bottom of the food chain from the organization, whether it be a gang affiliated organization, a mob organization, whatever you call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they try to get them to flip. And in this case, what you get out of flipping or snitching, and what a lot of people would say, is you get time off, or you get released, or you become an informant, and you basically get a slap on the wrist because you gave up someone that was basically more important to the case, right?
Yeah.
The only problem with this is that they only have Keefe D's word about the involvement with Diddy. Like, since there was no social media, the only way you can find information on this is by going through a paper trail, and the only said paper trail there is would be the money transfer that was supposed to happen between giving the money to to a third party that knew Keefe D, and Keefe D never got the money.
Right.
Wait, and so like, which would kind of explain why he decided to take interviews with Vlad, because Vlad is known to pay for interviews, and he's been trying to like get his money from Diddy for a long time. And so when he first got arrested, he tried reaching out to Diddy through various forms of media, including interviews, saying, "Yo, brother love, show me some love," sort of thing, right? That was one of the quotes that came out of one of the interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And Diddy never responded, and probably because he didn't want, like, think about it. If you had any involvement, you want to stay away from that shit. That's someone who's going to get you caught up, and eventually, it technically kind of did. Because I wouldn't be surprised, even if they don't hit him with murder, they're gonna give him more charges attached to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even attached to that, but they'll use the racketeering charges to bring those two cases together. Because racketeering is more of like multiple cases at once, where it's like a whole organization, right? Like in this case, the trafficking of sex workers, whatever, or people to commit acts of sex or whatever. Pretty much, they're going down the list of associates. They're going to go down every business that he's ever owned, where his money comes from, all that shit, right? They're going to really dig into everything, every crevice, everything. They're going to follow the money. That's how they got the mob. That's how they got people like Al Capone, all that shit. Why is there so much violence in the rap scene? Okay, so this is how I can talk about that.
Honestly,
coming from the rap scene, the rap is very competitive. Rap has always been competitive. Like from the early days of rap, where being a rapper back when it first started meant that you had to battle everyone on the block. There was rap battles on the block every day. There was rap parties that had rap events, where you had rap battles on stage.
You was expected to be a hardcore gangster, and
like
you was expected to do the violence. So.
Be about your shit. Well, you have to be about that life. And that's how you got your cred, right? You had to either slanging, game banging, or you had to be about carjacking, jacking cars. Like a lot of that shit. It didn't start off that way in the sense of where like I said, rap really began as a means to fight the system, and then in the late 80s, I think I would like to say that's where a lot of that like started coming into play, because obviously people talk about their lifestyle and whatnot, and so like being in the hood or being in a more dangerous place, like you're gonna experience all that shit, right? So like you might be put in a situation where it's fight or flight type of deal, right?
Yeah.
So like that, it was very frequent, and again, I say this, there was no social media back then, so it wasn't, the only way you were going to hear about it was on a rap track or through an interview or something like that. You weren't going to know about the beef unless you heard it on a track or in an interview or saw it firsthand. As rap progressed, now you got trap rap, you got like gangster rap that came out from the 90s. You have a lot of these subgenres of rap.
You're not required to be hardcore gangster anymore.
No, yeah. Of course not. Like it's become more open to anyone who wants to rap, in the sense of where there's rap for everyone. You know what I mean? There's literally rap for everyone.
Right.
And so now that stigma isn't necessary anymore. Not the stigma, but is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Anyways, besides the point, that mentality is no longer necessary to make it in rap. Like there's like if you look at the evolution of rap, it's interesting. It went from what's the word I'm looking for when you're not a prophet but a what did they say Kendrick Lamar was?
As in what? I don't know what you mean.
As a rapper for the people. Like what is he? He's
old
Martin Luther King.
Not savior, but I can't think of what you
You know
would say.
what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Central P, I think. That he fought for the people, right? Like okay, so I went from talking about fighting for people's rights, fighting for talking about fighting the system, what have you, to like fighting the streets, fighting the lifestyle on the streets, to then talking about selling drugs, like making that money, to then to what a lot of people know today of SoundCloud rap, which SoundCloud rappers all talk about doing the drugs, that the rappers were selling the drugs to the previous generation. Like, and then now it's just like, yeah, there are rappers like that. Yeah, there are rappers that rap about everything. You don't have to be from the hood. You don't have to be from a certain ethnicity. There are rappers from India. There are rappers in China. There are rappers in Russia. There are rappers in the UK. There are rappers in Canada speaks English, but yeah, there's rappers in Canada. Obviously, Drake.
Yeah, the woke rappers, the term nowadays, but yeah.
But yeah, like there's literally rap for everyone. Like you can go if you like a certain like. Even look at VTubing. There are VTuber rappers. Look at Demek. Demek is a VTuber rapper.
I wouldn't say a VTuber rapper. But,
hey, own that shit. Own that shit, bro. Own that shit. Own that shit. Own that shit. Own that shit.
I'm just some guy.
Shut up. You're rap, bro. You're right. You got bars. You got bars. You can spit. You can freestyle. I can barely freestyle, dude. You know how hard it is for me to fucking keep up with my mind and think of like words on the spot. That shit hard. That shit hard as fuck, man. Anyways, my pen game good though. My pen game is sharp as a fucking knife. My pen game good. Anyways, besides the point, yeah, rap has really gone through its stages and really like going from each stage and seeing how it progressed. It really is interesting how
what is
where are we at today?
Comedy rap? You mean comedy rap?
No, like communist.
What comedy rap? What is that?
Communist. Katie's talking about communist rap.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Communist rap, like people. You know what a communist is?
Yeah, I know what communist is, but like I don't understand what communist rap is.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there are rappers that are not there are Nazi rappers. There are like you understand what I'm saying? Like people who
racist.
I guess
rap?
I'm just gonna find out. Yeah. I guess that would be If you want to get straight to it, yeah, it's basically racist rap. If I'm not mistaken.
I guess. I'm unaware.
But, well, what I'm saying is that there are artists out there that like.
There's rap out there for everybody. You don't have.
Yeah.
There's literally rap out there for everybody. You don't have to be bogged into listening to hardcore gangsta music if that's not what you're into. I personally like hardcore gangsta music. I like angry rappers myself, but like if that's not what you're into, you're not required to take that.
Listen to it.
Like I like Little Dicky. I like fucking what is his name? What is his fucking name? Shit. Go ahead with you. I gotta find this guy now. That's gonna
find this guy. I'll play Yugioh. I'm gonna find this.
I'm gonna find this man.
But no, like there's like just like what Dimek was saying, there's rap for everyone out there. No matter what you're into, you can find someone that's talking about it. If there's an artist that doesn't consist of just one style or one topic, then they might have talked about it at least in a couple songs. Like you, I haven't heard of him.
He used to be known as shit. This is. Give me a second. Go ahead. I'm gonna find this. Oh no.
Hey yo, there's too many artists out there to be fair. So I'm not even gonna. I can't even hold you on that.
He's a comedy rapper.
I mean, you're not, dude. You say that he's a comedy rapper. All I can think about is fucking Weird Al Yankovic. He's a comedy rapper. He's a comedy rapper.
He used to be known as Froggy Fresh. He used to make cringe rap songs back when he was a kid, and then he eventually grew up.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's really good. But
who's
anyway,
that guy? Speaking of comedy rap, before I forget, do you know that guy who did that one skit where he was battle rapping, but he would say like random shit like, I got a basketball, right, and I bounce it, and then
super hot fire.
I shoot it. Yeah, super hot fire. Yeah. He's a comedy rapper.
Yeah.
He's what I consider a comedy rapper. I don't know what you consider a comedy rapper, but that's what I don't. When I look at Little Dicky, he's not a comedy rapper. He's a rapper who just likes to be. He's himself, right?
Yeah.
Like anyone, I consider a comedy rap anyone who's trying to do it as satire. I think is what it's called. I think that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Like anyone who's actually doing the genre seriously, even if they do put in jokes. Like Eminem has had jokes in a lot of his raps. Like I don't consider him a comedy rapper.
Well, I say Lil Dicky as a comedy rapper because that's what he calls himself.
Oh yeah. No, you're absolutely right. He considers himself, which I almost feel like it's almost like self-reflective of like how he feels, like people see him, because I don't see him that way, right?
Yeah.
But I almost feel like it sucks because when people don't take you seriously for that long, you start to believe that you're not that good, or you're not of a legit rapper status or whatever the fuck, which is really weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he deserves his flowers because he got bars. I don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about.
Yeah.
Anyways, I went on the whole other tangent.
You literally came in the stream on a tangent. You were supposed to come on the stream and talk about how fucking Diddy was not going to jail because murder.
Yeah. So he's going to be hit with racketeering and trafficking, right? And whatever comes underneath that as charges will be added on during the case. They're going to be going through his whole career in the last 30 years at least with this case. Like that's how racketeering works. Like they go through the organization top to bottom. In this case, it's Diddy's music empire, right? Diddy's music empire stretches out from generations. We're talking about from making the band to back in the early days of fucking Bad Boy to even Uptown, all that shit. All those cases of people close to him dying under mysterious circumstances, they're gonna go through. So it wouldn't be surprising if any of those charges get put on him, right? It might not be it might not be Tupac's death, but it might be other people's murder cases, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So with coming back down to today, I don't know if do you know who Gene Deal is? Gene Deal,
no.
Okay, so Gene Deal was Diddy's old bodyguard back when Biggie was still alive. Okay, when Biggie, the night that that Biggie passed away, that they shot Biggie, they were supposed to go to an event in LA at an art museum where there was going to be a celebrity party, and Gene Deal was hearing that people were telling Biggie not to go because it felt iffy. Take in mind, this was a year after the shooting of Pac in Las Vegas.
Mm.
So, like, there was still tension in the air in Cali. Like, take in mind, Cali really, even though Pac was born in New York, the West Coast adopted Pac. Like, we adopted him. Like, it's really weird how that works, but the love that people have here for Pac is immense. Like, because I growing up, it didn't occur to me that he was born in New York. I always thought that he was a West Coast native, and then finding out that he was born in New York, grew up in Oakland here and there. You know, he has family in Oakland. His mom and his dad being Black Panthers and Black Panthers affiliated. It was just, you know, interesting to see that. But when the event happened, Gene Deal didn't, you know, he was on high alert because one of the artists on Bad Boy at the time, Mace, he said he wasn't even gonna go. He ended up going to a hotel with you know who Brandy is? Brandy, the R&B singer?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, Brandy is an R&B singer who's related to who's the guy who hit it first? You know what I'm talking about?
What?
The guy who had sex with Kim Kardashian first. I forgot his name.
Ray J. No.
Ray J.
Ray J.
Yeah. Brandy and Ray J are siblings.
Mm.
For those of you who don't know, these are both R&B artists. I don't know how old you guys are, chat, but from what I understand, it seems like you guys wouldn't know who these people are.
Complete random names.
I'm old as fuck, man. I'm old as fuck. What the fuck am I talking about? Damn, I'm selling my agent. Anyways, so yeah, so according to Mace, that was his reason why he wasn't going to the party, was that he was going to go to the hotel with Brandy and whatnot. And so like it was really weird that like even some of the artists weren't trying to go to the party, like why would they fly out to Cali? You know what I mean? Like Mace isn't, you know, native to California. You know, he didn't need to go to California if he wasn't going to go to the party, right? Like technically, it was around the time that Biggie was going to release his album, so maybe that might have been a reason why he was there. But it was just odd, right? It was just really weird. And so after the event happened, according to Gene Deal is, I'll repeat, he was an ex-bodyguard of Diddy. And for past, like, I want to say 7 to 8 years, he's had his own YouTube channel. So you can look him up on YouTube. You can look all his information up. He is a real credible source in terms of these cases because he's someone who has been in law enforcement.
Definitely.
He's worked with bodyguarding a bunch of big artists, including in the music industry, including Diddy. He was really good friends with Biggie towards the end of his life. Like he has been someone who has been speaking out for a long time about what might have happened between those two, right? And so Gene Deal said that after the event, his the way that he did his work is that he made sure to have the cars ready to go so that they can hop in the car and not have to deal with any extra bullshit, right? Because you know at the time there was a beef going on, and he wanted to look out for the interests of his artists, right? Of the people he was protecting. And so since he heard that there might have been a problem for Biggie, when they were about to leave the party, take in mind they were leaving in 2 GMC blackout SUVs. He planned on going in the car with Biggie, but Diddy insisted that he go in his car, and he said get in the he insisted that Gene Deal get in the car with him instead of Biggie, and there was no bodyguard with Biggie in that car. So it's really odd, right? That he made it a point to insist, like, no, you're coming with me, sort of thing. Like, and as soon as they hit a light, the first light that they hit, that's where they got Biggie. And so, according to Gene Deal, the guy that supposedly shot Biggie, he described him to be a tall black male, and he claimed to have seen photos from the police that have photos of him, and for whatever reason, they never got the guy.
Let's go.
For whatever reason, it was just really weird, and that comes back to what I said earlier about how Suge Knight had LAPD on a payroll. So like that's why for the longest time people always thought that Suge Knight and Diddy had some play in some role in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's even weirder is that they weren't really that tight like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just the pieces on the board didn't add up, right? It was just really weird. Little C's, who's Biggie's cousin. Do you know who Little C's is?
No.
All right, so do you know about Junior Mafia?
Yes.
Okay, Little C's was part of the group Junior Mafia with Little Kim, who a lot of people know as the first female rapper, right? The first major female rapper.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. I think Mace was on Junior Mafia. I forgot who else was on Junior Mafia. But Little C's was actually Biggie's cousin, and who was riding right behind Biggie in the back seat. Like Biggie was in the front seat of the SUV in the passenger seat, and Little C's was in the back seat. And when according to Little C's testimony, or not testimony, but like basically description of the account, he was talking to. He mentioned that he when they pulled up to the red light, that this car pulled up right next to them, and that he described the guy as someone who looked kind of Muslim, I guess. I don't know what it was. Like it was just really weird, and like he just pulled up and you could barely see his face, and they ended up just shooting Biggie's only Biggie's door. They didn't shoot anywhere else but Biggie's door, almost as if they knew he was going to be sitting there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how do they know that he wasn't in the back seat? How do they know that? You know, like, why just hit the back seat? If you're gonna hit a car up, you're gonna hit up the whole car, unless you're targeting a specific person. So, like, as soon as they got shot, I'll let on you make cookies. Nice.
What kind of cookies?
I hope you brought a cookie for everyone in chat.
You bringing up the share? Share?
But pretty much what was I gonna say? Oh, so yeah, so once Biggie got shot, the car rode off real quick, and the thing is, the car that Diddy was in had ran the red light. Like they ran the red light, and Gene Deal was expecting the car behind him that had Biggie in the car would follow suit, would do the same, but they didn't. So it was really weird. Gene Deal made them turn around the SUV, so that he can go get Biggie out the car. He was the one who told them to turn the car to turn the SUV, not Diddy, which is crazy.
Literally unbeatable. What the fuck?
Like if what Gene Deal says is true, and I believe Gene Deal, then it says a lot about Diddy and what he cared about the most. He didn't give a fuck about Biggie. He didn't give a fuck if he died. He didn't give a fuck what happened to him in the car behind him. He just wanted to get away. And it was really weird that it almost like he knew. He like he had to have known that something was up, right? And so like when they pulled around and they pulled the U-turn to go get Biggie out the car, he had passed on the way over to the hospital, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
And so coming to today and knowing and hearing all those stories, right? And knowing and understandingly knowing the case with his ex-wife Kim Porter, and how he basically tried to silence Cassie, right? Like the video that surfaced about with Cassie getting beat up at the hotel, he technically the only reason why that came out is because of the raid. Like they found that footage on one of his drives. Like he paid for the footage from the hotel, and the hotel covered it up. But the only reason why they were able to release that footage was because when Homeland Security raided his properties, both in Florida and in California, and I think in New York, all those they found that footage. So like it's really weird that he would keep that footage. It's really weird that he would want to keep that, right? Almost like it's very psychopathic behavior, right? Like almost like he got joy out of it. Like the only reason why you would keep something like that is like as a memento, is so that you can rewatch it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And almost like a power move, like he can be like, well, I want to like almost as if to be like maybe to show it to Cassie again to traumatize her, right? Hey, Danny wants a cookie. You got a cookie for Danny?
All the homies want cookies.
We want a cookie. We want a cookie. Do we get one or two cookies? Is there enough for us to get two cookies? Anyways, but yeah, like seeing all this play out, like for this whole year, people thought Diddy was actually just gonna get a slap on the wrist, because of the thing is that Diddy was known to have a lot of parties, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Diddy also was known to have a lot of surveillance around his house. So there were rumors that he had footage of everyone who's been at his parties. And if you know celebrity parties, then you know that they can get kind of crazy, and you know, shit happens behind the scenes that people don't want things getting out. So like, it wouldn't be too far fetched for him to use the footage as blackmail, right? So that's one of the big reasons there was a rumor going around that he might just be an informant to the police, what have you. You know what I mean? Like that he's not going to go to jail because of all the footage that he has on politicians or whatnot. There have been a lot of rumors throughout this whole year about what footage he has or what they confiscated from his house of footage.
Right.
And so even like, remember how they were talking about Meek Mill and Diddy for a long time?
Mm-hmm.
So like recently, I think like was it before or after I think it was before the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. Supposedly, it was rumored that the audio leak of what sounds like P. Diddy giving back shots to Meek Mill. The audio. I don't know if you heard the audio.
No.
Yeah, there's audio footage that was leaked that people were talking about, and supposedly Nicki Minaj, who was dating Meek Mill at one point, there's rumored to believe that she was the one who released the audio on anonymously.
Mm-hmm.
Not only to screw over Diddy, but to screw over Meek Mill, who after they broke up on bad terms. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
It's not too far fetched, but yeah. And it's just you gotta question everything. Like there's a lot. I need to look at what was released in the case for today or yesterday, because I know they released some names in the indictment. I haven't seen the indictment yet as far as who else is involved in the case, but we know that Cassie since last December has been cooperating with the police as a witness, and is going to be a major part in this case because um, before before Kim passed away, Cassie was already there as a side piece, so she saw a lot of things right before Kim Porter's passing. So she might be a key witness to adding that case to this racketeering case. Um, there's also like associates in terms of artists like Mace who were around at the time. Like they're going to be in contact with a lot of different people, which is going to be crazy. I think this is probably going to be the biggest racketeering case in history because of how many people he was involved with.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone from music to liquor business to the movie industry to even politics. Like this what?
What the fuck? Hold up. Go back. I mean, gotta remember that. Go ahead. I did some shit I wasn't ready to do.
Okay.
Yugioh shit.
Okay. Anyways, what's racketeering again? Okay, racketeering is basically a charge that is given out to. Okay, so back in the day, before racketeering was a thing, they weren't able to get the mob or people like Al Capone because they didn't have the proper evidence, or like the way that they got Al Capone is through tax evasion, right? That was really the charge that they slapped him with to get Al Capone. But the mob in general, the only way they were able to get the mob was through basically arresting the lower level henchmen, people at the bottom, whether it be the gunmen, people selling the drugs, and they basically made them flip and cooperate with the police to get the people above them. And so racketeering was invented to get for that process, right? To be able to actually get organizations. It's basically a charge, not just for one person. It's an entire organization that gets charged with racketeering. So, like, if you heard of YSL recently has been dealing with a racketeering case in which Young Thug, who is a rapper, if you guys don't know who Young Thug is, he's would you consider he's mainstream, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a mainstream rapper out of Atlanta, right? Atlanta?
Yes. I think so.
Okay. So yeah, he's a mainstream rap out of Atlanta who's born and raised in one of the most famous hoods in Atlanta. I forgot what hood it is, but pretty much they got hit with racketeering charges because of the way that the fact that he was gang affiliated and the fact that there was a lot of gang activity revolving around him, right? Allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly because he hasn't been officially. The case is still ongoing, so I don't. We don't know how the case is gonna end up. They've been trying to get him for so long for this case, and it's a really dumb case because they're not. The AG is not really doing. They're trying to get people to flip, and they're usually their conviction rate for racketeering for the feds is like 95% rate, but like they haven't been able to get Thug because of little shit here and there, whether it be people they try to flip that weren't trying to cooperate. Even most famously recently with what's his name? Who's Young Thug's artist? fucking who people have been saying a snitch for a long time.
Oh, Testosterone.
No.
Not fucking Lil Pump. Not Lil Pump. The
Not
other
Lil
one.
Pump.
Fuck is his damn name?
He started the pushing P narrative. You know what I'm talking about, right? Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. It's gonna bother the fuck out of me now.
Are we talking about the same person?
Pushing P. Gunna.
Oh.
His name is Gunna. Yeah, Gunna. He took a plea deal, but he didn't take the stand. The way that he took a plea deal was that they made him agree to say that that YSL is a gang and not a music label. And allegedly, the YSL stands for Young Slime Life, but in the court case, Young Thug said that the acronym stands for Young. I forgot what the S stands for. Hold on. YSL stands for
69, Tekashi 69.
Oh,
Young
Stoner Life. Young Stoner Life.
That's his damn name. Tekashi 69. When anybody say snitch nowadays, my brain just instantly think of Tekashi.
Oh, Tekashi Snitch 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, don't get me wrong. I did enjoy his first couple releases before we found out that like a lot of his dumb shit, right? Like he's one of those artists that like, yeah, he was put in a tough spot, but he wasn't really a good apple either. You know what I mean? Like he even though that some of the people that got hit in his case were, you know, there to fuck him over, he also sold out some of the people who were actually there to be supportive of him. Like I don't know if you know the rapper Kuda B, but he basically threw Kuda B under the rug when he was one of the few people who was actually there to support him and shit. But then again, he thought everyone that he was working with was out to fuck him over, fucking his baby mom, or, you know, stealing money from him, jacking him, what have you. And, you know, it's not, I don't think there was a real victim I don't think there was a real true victim in that scenario, because both sides were trying to use the other side, whether it be the New York, they weren't Bloods, they were the 9 Trey Bloods. That's who was backing up Tekashi 69. But anyways, yeah, so racketeering really is here, I was just gonna look this up so I know I'm not just saying this off the top of my head. Racketeering charges. I'm gonna read this from Google. Racketeering is a crime that involves a pattern of illegal activities that are carried out for profit. These activities are often disguised as legitimate business deals and can include fraud, extortion, bribery, threats, or violence. So, like I said earlier, like these are illegal activities that are often disguised as legitimate businesses, right? So, like, for example,
usually when I hear racketeering, my brain goes to like the mafia extorting people, going into a business, like, pay for our protection.
Right, yeah. Or even like having speakeasies or having illegal gambling operations behind a facade. Like if you have a laundry business and you have a back door to like the actual business, right, quote unquote, or even like laundering money through buying, like, what people say that it's easy to move money around if you buy Rolexes, because the Rolexes don't lose value if you at least if you don't modify them, right? Like if you bust down a Rollie that's not like done by Rolex themselves, it loses value. I don't know if you know that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because like people like for aftermarket diamonds on a Rolex don't decrease the value of the Rolex because you have to drill in the holes of the Rolex. Like in order for you to set the diamonds into a Rolex, you have to drill the holes for the diamonds to place, right?
Right.
So you're ruining the Rolex. But if you get it from the manufacturer, they don't have to drill the holes. They will actually make the mold for the Rolex without having to drill into it. It will be made directly from the manufacturer, which will give it more value than an actual Rolex, right? Anyways, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take advice from me. I have to legally say that.
Don't extort people.
Yes. Anything I say is don't take it from me. Please do your research. Please do your due diligence. I'm not responsible for any leak. I'm not responsible for any lost or stolen goods. Thank you for riding without those motors. No, anyways, no, but yeah, so like, shit, shit. Okay, never mind. Hold on, I need to send you something real quick, and do me a favor, just check your DMs real quick.
So, moral of the story. Seismic
Yeah,
worked his way all the way around the world. Moral of the story is that P. Diddy pretty much can't be. I don't think so. P. Diddy has yeah, I don't think so. I didn't.
Anyways, so yeah, moral of the story is Diddy might be going down for a lot of shit, and depending on who is involved, other people might be going down with him.
Yeah, moral of the story is he's not going down for murder.
Like, remember when Epstein had his case and his accomplice was his was it his wife or his associate? I forgot what she did. But when he died in his cell, they put the charges on her. And I think she's in jail. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Diddy has a lot to answer for. And everything that has been said throughout the last three generations, or everything that has been talked about in terms of rumors and whatnot is going to be brought back to life from the last 3 decades. From the last 3 decades, there's going to be a lot of like people coming forward, people telling their story. You're going to see people doing interviews about Diddy. Like, it's going to be crazy. Everyone from the music industry to the movie industry to political figures, everyone's going to come out and say something because he was involved in a lot of different people with a lot of different people. And so, yeah, I don't know how long this case is going to go for. This case can go for at least 2 years. I can see it. You know what I mean? We might not really fully understand everything that's going to come out of this case for another year or so. Because the way that these cases go, like he's going to have an arraignment, right? They're going to have him in court, and really, they're going to set up another court date. He's going to have time with his lawyers. I think they set him with no bail. You know what I mean? Because I think they said he's a flight risk, which is really true. I mean, like when they first raided his house by Homeland Security earlier this year.
Yeah, he
was technically he was on a plane, I think.
Yeah, he was trying to get on the plane.
Yeah, so that it's crazy. And you know what's even crazier is that he didn't even bring his family. He didn't bring his sons or his daughters or anyone. He was leaving by himself. So we'll see what happens, because most likely his kids were kind of involved as well, which is even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Knowing Diddy, I don't know if he's man enough to fucking take the fall for his kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if he's willing to just let them take the fall for him, which is crazy, dude. That's gonna be fucked up.
So, Danny,
you know what I mean? Like,
what is your expertise in life? The answer is parrot.
wait, dog over equals that? I don't get it. The answer is parrot.
Find me an expertise in life, Danny.
I think his expertise is in carrying.
Caring and sharing. Out here staring.
No, I mean no. I'm saying carrying as in carrying us and winning Fortnite. I didn't mean caring. I mean, he probably does care, but that's not what I mean.
1, 2, 3,
I mean, like
4,
he
5,
carries.
6,
He carries the team. He be the guy.
6, no.
Him and Dan
5,
be the
6,
guys.
7.
They be the guys.
6, 7. Damn it. 1, 2, 3.
I forgot what this part is called.
6, 7.
So wait, are you supposed to get?
You get cards that you destroyed from your opponent. So I gotta go in here and fight myself, because Tristan is literally impossible to beat with the fucking deck I have now. So I have to make my deck better to even be able to kind of beat him.
See what you mean? Yeah, this game was hard for me. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's hard as shit.
Like I remember playing this game and I was like, dude, I can't even move that far into it. But I did like the way that the game looked in terms of like playing the cards on the board and seeing the monster come out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I enjoyed out of the game. Not gonna lie. Reminded me about the anime, whatnot.
I need you to find a specific expertise that you're well versed in, Danny. Higher than 1,000 at the moment this card is destroyed, and maximum of 4 monsters with the highest attack from your own as well as your opponent's graveyard are revived under its control. This player's life points reduced by 1,000. What the fuck? Maximum 4 monsters with the highest attack from the owners as well as the opponent's graveyard survive. How do they implement that? How the fuck would you implement that? I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna put that in. Test that out. Test the waters on that one.
So we're on what?
Test the waters on that one. See what that smell like.
On what?
On that card. See how it actually works in the game. I don't think it actually works. I don't see how they would implement that.
I see.
I want to bring back the podcast.
Podcast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, milkshake.
What's shaking?
Milkshaking? Or what shaking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Flavor Taker over here.
It literally instantly died on arrival.
DOA.
Yeah, DOA, dead on arrival. We can have Seismic yap about his music, and then I can talk about VTuber stuff, and you can yap about games. I'm assuming.
I mean, I can't yap about my music. My music is not that interesting to yap about. But I mean,
music in general. But yeah.
Yeah.
Like the news in the music, the news in the music sphere is more of what I mean. But yeah.
Yeah, true. I mean, I like to be up to date with that shit because it kind of I'm in the scene, right? Like in terms of like I rap, I make music. I'm surprised you're not too into with it. Although like you rap, bro. You know what I mean? Like this is important to you too. It should
Man,
be a fuck. You probably don't care. Who am I kidding?
I keep
You probably
up
don't give
here
a
and
fuck.
there.
You're
Yeah,
like, fuck Diddy. Who gives a fuck about Diddy?
yeah.
He don't pay my bills.
Realistically,
He don't put food on my table.
I'm not one to really go out and too often keep up with music, but every so often something important shows up, and I'll be like, well, I do gotta kind of take some kind of look into this. And if you and Seismic do jump into the podcast with me, we could do that and make it where I talk about the current events in the VTuber sphere, and y'all talk about whatever y'all are gonna talk about, and we give our own opinions. Yeah, we can give our own opinions as an outsider looking in type beat.
I mean, that's cool. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I mean, it'd be cool to do it at least once a month, because I don't know what Danny's schedule and shit. I know once I start work, it's gonna be kind of tough, because I will only have Saturday and Sunday really free.
Right.
Besides that, what I can say is that, yeah, the music industry, since like I follow a couple people who talk about industry news, and whatnot. Like before, back in the day, you wouldn't be able to get any of this news unless you like subscribe to the Source magazine or saw interviews and shit, right? So like, having this outlook, having the space to be able to like find all this information and get up to date on everything is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting to say the least. I mean, there's so much music to look over. That's not even funny. And that's just one genre of music, and we're not even talking about subgenres. I need to get back into seeing what's going on with the EDM scene. I don't know what's going on and who's doing what anymore. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
there's too much entertainment out there. I mean, it's not necessarily a completely bad thing. It's just like, if you're interested in multiple different genres. Before, like, the music industry was people weren't easily able to get into it right away. You know what I mean? With being able to make beats at home, now you have people who are able to just be bedroom producers or bedroom rappers or artists, whatever, that just have like home studios and record at home, and you're able to record a track and release it onto SoundCloud or any platform that you want to release it onto.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, with it being so easily accessible to get into, or the entry fee is very small to get into and shit. Like, you're gonna find a lot of good music, and you're also gonna find a lot of bad music. You're gonna find a lot of artists you don't like, and you're also gonna find a lot of artists that you do like, right?
Right.
And I guess some would say that the music industry is diluted in that sense, right?
Yeah.
It's been diluted for at least a decade now. In that sense, I think a little more than a decade, actually. I'll be honest with you. But that happens with every industry, right? Like, in terms of even when you look at the movie industry, you have a lot of independent movie studios that make better movies than the actual movie studios. Big time movie studios. Even with like, and that, I feel like that comes down to like, okay, so major movie studios are just trying to make money, right?
Yeah.
So like, they'll take an IP like Borderlands, right? I'll use Borderlands as an example, and they won't really care about the fan base. They won't really care about what the actual lore is from the actual IP. They don't give a fuck if they butcher it. All they give a fuck about is getting people to buy the tickets, to get into the seats, and to, like, you know, to pay for their product, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Even if it means destroying the IP, which is fucked up. And so like, yeah, it's oversaturated. Yeah. So like, when it comes to the independent movie studios or independent artists or independent anything in general, I tend to find a lot better quality in the underground scene. No matter what scene you're talking about, the underground scene is really where I find a lot of the good talent, the good quality talent.
Minecraft movie.
It's why I'm here watching Deadmac, because Deadmac is an upcoming talent. You know, subscribe to the homie.
I'm literally,
like and subscribe.
Literally just some
Shameless
dude.
plug.
Just literally some
Shameless
dude.
plug.
Actual nobody. Actual
No.
yapper.
I'm a nobody. You're the guy. You're the guy on stream right now.
That's the
yes. Wait, what happened?
I say, yeah, that's what they all say. I'm the nobody.
What?
I'm just the guy.
That's what you were saying too. So yeah, you're not wrong. But no, like for real though, in the underground scene is where I find the some of the best quality of the scene, right? Because these are artists or creators that have no restrictions, that have really no limits to what they could possibly create, because they don't have someone over them telling them what to put out, how to put it out, how their brand looks, all that shit, right?
Right.
So you yourself are building something from the ground up without having any restrictions, having anyone to hold you back, right? Which is why I encourage those to support your local, whatever it is, your local stores, your local artists, your local creators, your local businesses, whatever you want, whatever is local, support them, because they work their ass off. They're there for the community. You know what I mean? They're there for and by the community. So you want to support them, because they're going to be looking out for the people. You know what I mean? I'm not one to sell out. You know, like
local coffee chains.
Yeah, the local coffee chain, anything local. You know what I mean? Like,
support your local streamers, as Brola may say. Support your local streamers. They won't always be there.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Support all the homies. You know, go subscribe. Go like. Press that like button. Go smash that like button. Go share Deadmac's channel with someone you know. Tell the people. Road to 100 is real. I don't give a fuck. I've been saying it since I subscribed here. It's happening. Wait, no, it didn't.
Nah.
No. We're almost there. I'm not gonna say the number because we're not numbering here, but we're almost there. And if we hit when we hit the 200 milestone, we will get Tommy on stream to collab with Deadmac. It's happening. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make this happen. I don't know if Tommy's here to hear me. We're gonna make this happen.
One day.
Yeah, one day. But yeah, like, so support local everything. You know what I mean? Like, these are people who have a dream, who just are just trying to make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, and are just fighting against a system that is basically made for not individuals to make it without a backing of a major company or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, whether it be copyright laws or people just basically buying out people for what they have, or, you know what I mean? In some cases, people buy out IPs or buy out companies just to destroy their competition. You know what I mean? So you keep that in mind when you go in to support somebody. Yeah, it also does help local economies. You're right. Exactly. It's a win-win situation. The money stays within the people. You know, like, doesn't leave the county, doesn't leave the state, doesn't leave the country you're from, and it goes back into circulation. You know, so like, yeah, it's just the only problem is with that. The only The only hard thing about that is that a lot of the time, a lot of these local businesses, either in order for them to make some profit, they have to compete, but they also have to make profit. So the prices might not be what you are looking for, or they might not have the brands that you're looking for. But yeah, like if you support them just for anything that they have to offer, go ahead, please do.
Fight for it tough.
Yeah. Anyways, but hashtag not sponsored. I have to say that for DevMax.
Yeah.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble, DevMax. Don't do that. But yeah, so
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That works.
What I was gonna say. But yeah, moral of the story is
3, 4, 5,
support those who are just just like you in your own town. So support those who are just like you.
That's fine.
Everyday people just trying to make a living, trying to make dream happen.
1, 2, 3,
like I like to say,
7,
teamwork
8,
makes the dream work, baby.
3, 4, 5, 6,
That's
7, 8.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
It's fine. Teamwork makes the dream work. We're surviving.
Yeah, dude. Like, Derek's gonna get there. He gonna make it to the big time. I just hope that he remembers us small people that were there in the beginning.
Yeah, when they start streaming, one day they'll stream and they'll become bigger than me, and then I can retire.
No. You can't retire. We won't allow that. You're here to stay. 100 more years. 100 more years. They'll start a comedian.
100 more years. Let's go.
It's funny. No, but for real though, like, with all due respect, I look forward to seeing your growth. You know what I mean? As this year has gone by, you've come a long way, my man. So I'm proud of you.
I tried to do the thing with the stuff.
And on behalf of your community, I'd like to say thank you for all the entertainment, man. It's been fun. It's been great.
Thank y'all for saying.
Yes. Does paying people count as buying American? Or paying Google? I mean, technically, yeah. It's if I'm not mistaken, Google is a California-based company. Or was at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it started. I could be wrong. Yes. We're almost there. We're almost fucking there. I don't know what DevMac plans for his milestone, but I look forward to like at least an 8-hour stream for his milestone. Who knows? I might be able to get him to play Split Queen on stream. You'll do it, bitch.
I'm gonna take this computer in sometime at the start of next month. I don't want to take it in because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it back within a day. That's the problem.
No, because you have your 100 days straight streaming. I know what you mean. I know we're at day 35. We probably won't be able to do that till next year because right now we're in September.
Yeah.
And
so
if my math is correct, then that means you won't be done at least till like maybe towards the end of December.
So
that's if my math is correct.
like I can do like Danny and stream over the fucking Xbox, but that has to be on Twitter, not Twitter, on fucking Twitch. Yeah, no, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Like I would rather you get through your 100 days. Do what you gotta do, and we'll figure that out after. Don't even sweat it. Mm-hmm. Fucking Afro Senju, the guy I got the idea from, he was doing his and he ended up failing his because the video he was trying to upload it ended up crashing. It wouldn't properly upload like it was supposed to, so he didn't get a chance to finish his, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I think he
That
was
is fucking
almost done with it too.
damn, that's hella fucked up. I don't know. I mean, yeah, like it sucks because like I don't know what it is with Discord either. Discord is a whole other issue that I wish needs to be fixed. Seki mentioned this, which I think is interesting. Discord might be intentionally trying to mess with, like, not have the Discord basically let you play certain games.
Yeah.
And like because they have games inside like Discord that you can play with like if you're in a VC or whatever, and it's almost like they're trying to force people to play those games rather than streaming whatever game that you want to play.
Yeah.
Or share your screen, whatever. Like, so I can see that being a thing. Which, if that's the case, then that means that they're not, that won't be changed anytime soon, you know what I mean?
Right. Katie,
they make money.
Katie, you also need to find the expertise. We're gonna get you there too.
Katie needs the blue wrench.
Katie, you still don't have a wrench yet? I just looked up and seen it.
Holy shit. Get the wrench.
What the hell? How you get by without getting a wrench?
Me gets a wrench. Me. Let's fucking go. There you go. We got it. Yep.
All the homies get wrenches around here.
Another one bites the dust. Another one down, and another one down, and another one bites the dust. Sorry.
Ooh, responsibility.
Yeah, that's funny. See, around here no one escapes, Katie. Around here no one escapes the wrench. Danny got the wrench. I got the wrench. Tommy got the wrench.
Ben.
Dan got the wrench. Hold on. Who else got the wrench? The homie, hold on, what's his name? Squishy got the wrench. Rez got the wrench. Who else got the wrench? Has Perfect been in chat? Okay, so that's why he hasn't gotten the wrench. I'm surprised. Did Eddie get the wrench? Has Eddie been in here?
I don't think Eddie has been around since I started doing it. And if he has, I've forgotten to giving it to him.
He probably has, just because he doesn't want to get the wrench. He's probably been lurking. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna avoid this confrontation altogether. No, yes, because of course Katie is a big time moderator who moderates big time streamers, right?
Yeah, you're a super moderator. Actually, I forgot you was a super moderator, Katie.
Yeah, Katie be moderating. I think this might be the 10th or 11th stream that Katie moderates for now. I think I lost count.
Like I said, if everybody's a moderator, nobody's a chatter.
and if everyone's a moderator, then anyone can be on a collab with them, which means everyone becomes a streamer, and so on and so forth.
Damn right.
Yeah, you and Tommy are in the running for the most moderator, like the streams that you guys moderate for. I think I might actually have 7-2 now because, like, okay, let's see, Seki, Newt, Zeno, Twitchy, you, Nicola, at 7. It is 7. Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it. It's 7. I got. God damn it. I have no time in my life anymore. All I do is either moderate. It's my life now. This is what my life, its purpose is now.
Yes, yes.
Well, at least I can use that in that stream. I can use that as an excuse. I'll use that as an excuse not to stream. I'll just like, yeah, I can't as I moderate, you know. I don't have the time to stream. I gotta moderate for other.
Sound like cope to me.
Cope. Coping being real. The coping cabana.
The coper.
Copa cabana.
There coops a lot.
I like big cope and I cannot lie. These other brothers can't do.
We see a lot of cope and they get a little dope.
You get sprung. When the cope walks in.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
When you say ceremonial, what do you mean? Like you've been gifted the wrench, or like is that a friendship? Like when you say ceremonial, like did you have to kill a goat? Like what do you mean by ceremonial? What ritual ceremony did you have to do to get the wrench?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right on time. Who balls do I
right on time?
I hit the card I wanted to hit. Who balls do I have to find them to get a wrench?
What do you mean? You're a streamer.
What does he mean by this?
Wait, do you not moderate for anyone for flavor? Well, I guess you have a better title than moderator. You actually were fucking weren't you in charge of updating the wiki?
Yeah.
The flavor wiki?
Yeah, I'm the.
That's a bigger role than the wrench.
Yeah, I'm the archiver.
Yeah, so like.
Well, I was the archiver till they started.
Did you want to have a wrench?
I mean, not really. I don't need no damn wrench.
Like I don't need a wrench. I got the hammer.
No,
I got the hammer on me.
I got that toolie on me. No, me. I'm the flavor archiver. Like 85% of the stuff that's on the flavor wiki I made.
Now that Mac has become a streamer, he's become big time. He's big timing now.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Now we have to archive for DeadMac. We gotta do the archiving for DeadMac. we got him a channel on the Flavor Discord. Now we gotta find someone to archive for the homie. We gotta get the information and get all the lore.
I guess.
I barely know your lore. I don't even think I know much of your lore besides the fact that you're an Oni.
I barely know my lore.
How much of your lore have you come up with? Like, have you thought it out at all?
Yeah, I have a whole complete backstory lore-wise. Just...
Okay. Have you released a video on it, or...?
Yeah, I have a lore video on my channel.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking at that later. I'm gonna do my research right.
Do your reps.
Yes. Well, every time you guys say reps, all I can think about is going to the gym, bro. Doing my reps there. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do my reps. I'm gonna do 20 reps of curls, 20 reps of push-ups,
do some pull-ups.
Pull up to the thing with my Slimison.
Yeah, one day we're gonna get you worked out, Katie, and we're gonna get you into stream.
We kind of already have an idea of what model Katie would have. It would be a cat, right?
I have
cat
to.
YouTuber.
on Sunday. super reps.
Nice. 10 miles is good. 10 miles is good biking. Good biking. I prefer rollerblading, but I do like using the bike at the gym. I get a chance to.
Realistically,
So yeah, that's cool.
I can
Realistically,
take this concept you have as your profile picture and make a model out of it.
Yeah, I know you can for Katie.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I don't need a model. I'm perfectly fine being a nobody.
I have an ideal on what I'm gonna do for yours.
Oh no!
I haven't started cooking yet, but I'm getting on it.
I don't like where this is going. I haven't heard anything yet. I don't really like going. I'm not gonna ask any more questions because then it's gonna entice them back to like think of more ideas. So I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna switch the subject. Anyways, so about Katie's models.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, I think it doesn't have to make the voice changer. I guess
1,
like
2, 3, 4, 5.
I guess we can ask Nicola
2, 3,
where she
4,
got her,
5.
where he got her,
Where they got theirs.
where he got his. Yeah, theirs. Yeah, sorry, theirs. Yeah, see. God damn it.
Here, actually, I can do it right now. Where's
Do what
Eddie?
right now? Do what right now? What are you doing right now? I don't get it. I just see custom
asking edit.
dual. Oh, I see. The Katie debuts with Edit's voice is gonna be hilarious. We're just gonna continue that.
Nicola made one for edit. He has one for edit, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, we probably should ask Nicola because they probably have like multiple different voices that Katie could possibly change to fit what Katie's looking for. What Katie's looking for.
The website comes with multiple voices. Is the thing. It's just a website that has. Yeah, you can make your own, but like, yeah, because
you can get an already made one and then tweak it from there to make it more personal.
Yeah,
or you can just use the default, which is fine.
Nicola's debut song has the voices of every FlaVR member up to that point.
Voices. So yeah, so you're saying that Nicola recorded in the voices or using the voices of every FlaVR member.
Yeah, he made the AI voices of every flavor of them saying Nicola. Nika, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen a lot of new FlaVR members in recent months. I was like, damn, like the FlaVR team is growing.
yeah, we're out here.
You guys are rolling deep now.
Rolling in the deep like a Adele song.
Oh yeah, that is that song. I forgot about that song. Yeah. It's kind of funny that I can still hear your TV in the other room.
Yeah, I really wish that it wasn't a thing.
It's not your fault.
I would have to rearrange my whole room to make it so you can't. But yeah, I need to fix my filters.
That or you need soundproofing, that way you don't have to worry about your filters. Because I don't think it's your mic as much as it is. It might be the thinness of your walls if your walls don't have insulation. Because I have that problem. Like my walls are the walls in this house are very thin, so like sound can easily go through them. What you can do to dampen the sound would be like buying like thick curtains if you have a window, or if you're on a budget and you can't afford a lot of soundproofing, foam, then you can do the hustle and flow method and get the egg cartons.
Mm-hmm.
And what the egg cartons do, if you staple them onto the wall, is the idea. I don't know if you know how sound works. The sound, when you speak, the sound waves go from your mouth and bounce off of other surfaces, more specifically flat surfaces.
Right.
And so like those noises when bouncing off of the surfaces reach the other person's eardrum and it vibrates, and that's how you hear sound waves, right?
Yeah.
So like pretty much what the egg cartons do is it disperses the sound. So like the shape of the egg carton, if you cut the egg cartons in half, it gives you like a half like oval shape for each like egg, right?
Yeah.
And so basically it makes it so that the sound doesn't bounce off of a flat surface, which would just bounce right back to you. It will basically make the sound spread out in different directions, basically deadening the sound, or some people would refer to it as reverb or an echo, right? Like, you know, when you go into an empty room and like you say something loud and the sound just echoes because there's nothing in the room. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the more stuff you have in a room, or the more fabric specifically that you have on the wall of a room, the fabric will absorb the sound, because that's what the foam is for. But the egg cartons do the same thing in sense of where it disperses the sound, so the sound isn't collectively concentrated in one area. Anyways, that's a whole nother day. I'm not a science major. I'm not a sound major, whatever. But I know a little bit about something.
Mister, I don't have any knowledge for anything to give to the people, and life is hard, I can't do anything.
I didn't say life is hard. I mean, those was just putting words in my mouth, man.
Ooh, me. I couldn't stream. I wouldn't be able to say anything that anybody wants to hear.
You do realize I'm on stream with you, and that's the only reason why I can talk, because I have someone to bounce a conversation off of. What do you expect me to stream with someone every day? Not everyone has the time to collab. You know what I mean? I can't expect people to just be there just to talk. And I'm not talking about chat. Chat's one thing, but having someone to bounce off a conversation is a whole different thing.
That's why you find topics to talk about. You don't just go in and expect to have. Wait, what the fuck? How the fuck? I'm not mad.
I'm not mad. Actually bad.
You have to go in with the specific topic. Oh, like me, I am a yapper. I just come in and just yap about what's going on.
Yeah, well.
Is that how you get it?
I'm really bad at making conversations, to be honest. Yeah. Saying like, it's an acquired skill that it takes practice. At least for me, that I've learned, especially with my recent with me learning. Recently, I've been working on this presentation I need to do for this interview, and so I need to learn how to. I've been trying to get myself to get more comfortable with talking in front of a panel of people that I don't even know. So it's just like it's been a process the last week and a half. So, anyways, yeah,
okay.
it's one of my weakest traits is public speaking.
Go to this, Katie. This is what Edit sent me. I don't know if it's a link or not. Should be
Weights.gg.
Some of it's a link. Okay, it is a link.
Speaking of doing reps, talking about weights.gg.
And need to figure
write that
out.
down. Write that down.
I think you have to find the what's his face itself.
What's his face itself? What are you talking about?
Voice changer. I think what is voice mod probably.
I wrote it down.
Okay, yeah, you can
Yes,
literally just go
good
to
job.
put voice mod in Google. I mean, not voice changer in Google, and it just pulls up a whole bunch of voice changers. That is the website for where you can get the voice changes from. But speaking of what?
Who?
You said speaking of. What are we speaking of?
You know what I said?
No, you said speaking of something.
Hold on. Let me see. Oh, I said speaking of reps, because the link says the link to the site is weights.gg.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
weights,
yeah.
like lifting weights, reps. Sorry, just that's
Not
every time you guys say
the
reps
not
or you
the
do your reps. That's the only thing I can think of is going to the gym and doing my reps. That's how I do. Those are the reps I do. Wait, so is does rep stand for something? Is that an acronym, or is it an actual word that you guys use that is just shortened for something?
Just shorten.
What's it short
like
for?
your reputation. Same thing, reputations. Like actually doing your reps. Same meaning as in what doing your reps in weightlifting.
Like repetitions.
Yeah.
Do your repetitions.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't understand that, like, okay, like when I know when you guys say do your reps, like go, do your go live every so often you can.
Well, reps usually tend to mean, which is pretty cringe in a VTuber industry, but like knowledge yourself. Don't just be speaking on shit you have no clue what you're talking about. A lot of people do that a lot of the time in the VTuber sphere, where they just be fucking yapping and have no clue what they're yapping about.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, and I guess that's why I always say don't take it from me. Go do your research. You know what I mean? Because like I again, I'm just someone who like looks up stuff. People like I take. I understand the idea of what of double checking someone's word or someone's like
opinion also.
Yeah, like if like for example the news is separate. If you don't know any better, the news is split up into two things: actual fact and actual opinion. And you gotta understand this now. You gotta understand how to separate the two and what is fact and what's opinion based, right?
Yeah.
And so that I guess that's how I look at information that's put out on YouTube, because YouTube is a good place to get information, true, but not everything that's put out on YouTube is factual, in which you gotta double check, you gotta look up shit on your own time to make sure that you have the right information on anything that you're interested in.
Right.
Because anyone can upload a video, anyone can go live and whatnot. Yeah, you just gotta understand what the opinion is.
Yeah, and a lot of the time people yap and be wrong, and then try to defend their wrongness instead of just admitting, yeah, I was wrong on that factor.
No, yeah. You gotta understand that if you're, you gotta learn to accept being wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're wrong in something, you know what I mean? Like if you're not willing to accept that, then you're not gonna grow in that area, right? You're not gonna grow in fully understanding whatever it is that you're talking about. Yeah, no, you're right. Politicians will say anything that they want to get your vote, because that's their goal. They want your vote. A lot of the times, politicians are involved with a lot of shit behind the scenes that a lot of people are not privy to, because not having a seat at the table, sort of thing. Which is why it's a good idea to research your politicians, double check what they say, don't take everything at their word, because half the time they're not there for you; they're there for their own pockets. Fortunately, being in the political scene, there's a lot of money involved. whether it be fundraising, people who donate, you know what I mean, like people who are big time businesses that are trying to get laws being passed and whatnot. I'm not trying to get political here, but that's pretty much the gist of it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's pretty logical.
Yeah, lobby. That's what it's called. So lobby. But that's for if you want to look that up, you can. There's actual channels that talk about political views and whatnot and how politics work. So you can. That's not for here.
Not neither here nor there.
Yeah. So, we'll skip over to a different topic or to more positive environments. But needless to say, yeah, like if you're not careful, you'll like in understanding what is opinion versus fact, you'll end up in digesting information that is not true, and you'll end up making your decisions based on lies or opinions of other people.
Yeah.
But needless to say, yeah, like the industry itself is all kinds of fucked up in terms of the music. We're seeing a big shift right now with the music industry with the whole Drake and Kendrick beef, because there's still that void, right? Like Drake has dropped some music, but it hasn't been as like catching on as what his previous projects were looking like, right? Mm-hmm. Kendrick Lamar still hasn't dropped his album, which I'm actually waiting for, and I'm hoping he actually does drop it, not just say he's not. You know what I mean? And if he doesn't, he doesn't. Like it is what it is. Like it sucks, but how I put it, it's I'm on the offense with that because I understand that. Like even for me, I don't release music that often. Now, the last time I released music was in 2013, I think. Not even 2013. I think it was 2015. I need to look back at my projects, but I haven't released in like over like a decade. It seems like now that I think about it. Like, but I have my own personal reasons for that, and we don't know what's going on with Kendrick as far as his personal life, right?
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think it's just the fact that people are looking at it like it's changing more than what it's actually changing. I don't think like
because there's a void there, right? Like these are top stars, and for the longest time, like every generation has had a new artist to look at to be like they're the future, they're next up. You know what I mean? They're the guy to go up next, right?
Yeah.
And we don't really have that right now. Like okay, I'll give you an example. If Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, even Big Sean, I'll even say Meek Mill and Rick Ross, Khaled, if those guys are gone, there really isn't someone we can turn to be like, yo, that's the guy who's gonna take over the next wave for the next 10 years. Like we thought that was the case with the Baby. We thought that was the case with Little Baby. It might be the case with Central C. If you guys know who Central C is, he's a rapper out of the UK. He's most famously known recently as one of his most recent songs is M for M with Little Baby, right?
Mm.
And so there is because of that reason alone, we're in a tight spot because people are almost expecting them not to leave, right? Like every artist has their own time frame in which they want to continue to do this. Like not everyone wants to continue doing the same thing they've been doing for years, right?
Yeah.
Some people want to retire. Some people just want to relax. And then there's others that actually are so passionate about it that they will continue to put out music. I'll use Nas as an example. Nas has been releasing music for the last 4 years now, and it's really good music. It might not be the mainstream eye, but a lot of it's really good music.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's been working with forgot his name. It's not Boy Wonder. It's hold on, it's gonna bother the fuck out of me. I know he's worked at Alchemist recently. Alchemist is another another producer that doesn't get much recognition in the mainstream eye. Let me see who has Nas worked with recently. Nas.
Yeah, but what I was saying, it just went back to the norm. It's not that it slowed down. It's just the norm again. Like,
what's the norm?
Yes, like, Drake usually puts out music every year, but yes, he puts out music every year. It's like he's back to his norm, regular amount of music he would put out regularly. It's not like he's slowed down. He's still putting out a decent amount of music regularly. And like Kendrick, known for not putting out music regularly.
Yeah.
It's back to where it usually would be in that type of situation.
Oh yeah. No, I don't argue with you there. I guess my point is that there is no one to take up the mantle. Like, you know what I mean? There is no successor, for lack of a better term, right?
Yeah.
There is no one, and I don't know how that will play out. I mean, Drake might be the artist to actually just always be passionate about music and release music every year, right? Like you said, that's nothing new.
61.
But
damn it.
It almost right now, if anything, the female rappers are the ones really taking in the limelight, right? Like you got you got Cardi B, you got Ice Spice, you got Brooke, what's her name? Yeah, Katie just got the wrench.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Well, the female rap right now is very is taking over at the moment. Like it's been a takeover for a while. Like arguably they say that the female rap scene is a lot more has a lot more creativity in it, has a lot more substance.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how true that is. Like I need to listen to more female rap, I guess, to really understand that.
Yeah.
But it is an argument to be made, and I'm not mad at that argument. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, rap right now is in an interesting spot, to say the least. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do agree that these artists are gonna go back to their regular dropping schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess who's up next for the new generation as far as who's gonna stay here for the next 10 years? We have to see. We have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, it's interesting for sure.
I'm gonna have to.
I mean, Beyonce recently jumped into country music. It seems like country music has gotten a resurgence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, it's interesting to see that. I don't know if you heard that at the recent country awards, they didn't acknowledge Beyonce, which is crazy because her album was the top-selling country album this year.
Yeah, same with Lil Nas X.
Yeah, but okay, no offense to Lil Nas X, I think it made more sense for them because, for one, Old Country Road was, I think, the only song he released outside of that was really country related.
Yes, but
everything after that was more pop, right?
Yes. It was the fact that it topped the charts. No, people weren't acknowledging Old Country Road as country.
Yeah.
Was the fact of what was going on. Whereas
Beyonce had a whole album on country music. And that's why I feel like this was more of like a slap to the face, because like unlike Beyonce, Lil Nas X also had some controversy that he brought with him, right? With the devilish video and whatnot, and whatnot. So like with Beyonce, it was almost like they were jealous that here's this artist who's been successful in another genre for almost over 2 decades, right?
Yeah.
And then she's coming into our genre and flawlessly doing it like it's nothing. And if anything, they should be praising her for being able to do that. Not many artists can just jump into another genre and be successful at that genre too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's very few artists that can do that successfully. We've seen that in sports. Like, remember when Michael Jordan went from basketball to baseball? Then went back to basketball after he failed at baseball, right? Even sports athletes can't do that. You know, switch from sport to sport. Was there another? Brock Lesnar did that. He went from the WWE to playing football. It failed, and then came back to WWE.
Well, he was in the NFL UFC first. Then he came to WWE. Then he went to UFC. And he came back to the WWE. Typhon 2 in a Dark Dragon.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
No, he went to he
was an NFL player before he became WWE.
No, but after he went to the WWE, he did a few more years in the NFL. There was he did play for the Vikings, and there was this whole news cycle where people were talking about how this Brock Lesnar, who came from the WWE, is now playing football and whatnot, and then he came back to the WWE. He then left WWE for the UFC in like around 2012, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then and then came back to the WWE. Was a part timer. Like, he did a lot of shit, right? The only outside of that, it was really The Rock who went from the WWE and succeeded in another form of media, which was making movies, right?
Well, not saying that, but yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, at the time.
He paved the way for that.
Yeah.
Because if you look back at John Cena's career, when The Rock left, they had a promo run, like when they did the whole once in a lifetime fight between John Cena and The Rock for WrestleMania. There's this famous promo of John Cena saying, you know, you left us to go do Hollywood.
Right.
Like, he said a bunch of shit. This was before John Cena went to Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like, not knowing that, you know, The Rock really paved the way for him. And technically he did what he said to The Rock, he felt that way. He felt a way about it. Because at the time, he was about that WWE life, right?
Right.
And here this guy who was a WWE legend, who made a name for himself, like, from the ground up, right? He went from Rocky Maivia to fucking becoming The Rock with the Nation of Domination and becoming this superstar. Not just with his promos, but with his work in the ring. And so, like, I can see him having a way about it. Like, I looked up to you that way, and you do this shit, right? And you leave us. When in reality, he was really paving the way for other wrestlers to be able to make money outside of the ring without fucking up their body even more.
Right.
Because it's one of those businesses that really fucks your body up. You know what I mean? Like, forget what people say about it being real or not, or it being scripted. What they do in the ring is real, in terms of them jumping off the rope, you know, hitting the turnbuckle, or, you know, going through a fucking table, taking these bumps and taking all that shit. It does hurt. It does take a toll on the body.
Yeah, literally destroys your body. Yeah. Oh, this yap.
Sorry.
I'm saying people be actually yapping, don't know what the fuck they talking about. Like, they say wrestling is real, but like, It's not. It's scripted, but
No,
just because it's scripted
the
doesn't make it not real. It's still destruction on your body.
Yeah, exactly. Like what's scripted is the feuds, the promos, the what we see on TV in terms of who's fighting against who, right?
Right.
And why they're fighting against that person. But what's real is their actions and their athleticism in the ring.
Right.
Right? Like they're really jumping off the top rope. They're really jumping off the ropes to do a somersault onto the announcer table. They're really going through off the top of the cage. You know what I mean? All that shit is real. They might put stuff underneath some of those props to make sure that they don't get hurt as bad. You know what I mean? But they're still taking that risk.
Right.
Like there have been people that have lost their lives to wrestling because of like accidents. Like technically, they're trained to protect whoever they're fighting in the ring, and they have to trust each other.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
To be able to if people say a lot about Logan Paul, right? Logan Paul has done a lot of negative things and has worked his way out of that limelight, right?
Yeah.
But his work in the WWE it has to be respected because he has taken it seriously. Most celebrities that jump into the ring and try to do that shit don't do it as well and don't take it seriously. He like that's why he's gotten a lot of respect from the wrestling community. Because you know he like his in-ring work is phenomenal. And so there was this instance where when Logan Paul was wrestling Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
And you know how Rey Mysterio does the 619 off the top third rope.
Yeah.
From after he does the kick or whatever to the face.
The 619, then the West Coast Pop. Yeah.
Yeah, the West Coast Pop. There we go. Thank you. So the West Coast Pop he was gonna do. And Logan wasn't in position to receive the West Coast Pop. Like he caught himself in the wrong position, and so he corrected himself really quick, and then caught Rey Mysterio from falling incorrectly, and possibly breaking his neck.
Right.
And so like you gotta respect that shit, dude. Like the person you're facing is basically has your life in their hands in terms of. There have been stories of people in the past deliberately not like protecting whoever they're facing, their coworkers for lack of a better term, right?
Intentionally hurting people too. The one
to
black
get over.
wrestler, I can't think of his name, but yeah, he's known for being destructive, purposely hurting his opponents and stuff like that.
Yeah. So like. Knowing that and like going back to what I was saying about how wrestling is real, like that, like it's real to an extent in terms of their athleticism and what they have to do in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Everything outside the ring that leads up to the actual matches is what's scripted.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like going back to The Rock and what he paved the way for them to be able to not have to work their ass off in that beating up their bodies their entire life. Like now wrestlers can retire earlier and go into a different business. There's other lanes to do now.
Yeah.
Right. Even when you look at Paul Levesque, also known as Triple H.
Yeah. He
went from being one of the top stars in WWE to now running the fucking show. And who better yet to have running the show than someone who was one of the top stars in that business, right?
Yeah.
Like he is just like The Rock in the sense that he paved the way for wrestlers to be in top positions in management at wrestling companies.
Right.
Because not only did they do the business, but these guys were successful in how to do promos and how to work the match, how to set up matches, how to improvise matches. And like wrestling was something that I grew up with, and I stopped watching after Eddie Guerrero passed away because that shit really hurt. That shit was tragic. And then the whole Chris Benoit thing happened. I'm not gonna get into any of that, but if you know, you know. If you don't know, do your research. Um, and so like a lot of shit happened between then and now WWE for the last year and a half since Triple H took over has really gone back to like a almost like a heyday type of feel. Like it feels really good to watch clips of these guys taking on the matches and their promos. Like it doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel as corny anymore. That it because after the passing of Eddie, at the time the WWE was dealing with a steroid case with the feds.
Oh my god!
And so like
Sheesh.
they had to cut down on a lot of shit. And so like it brought about the PG era, right? The PG era of WWE. Like it went from the Attitude Era where it was very edgy, right? To more of like a calmer, more inclusive, more family friendly entertainment. And so like I didn't really care for that much because I'm an Attitude Era head. I'm all about the Attitude Era. I want my middle fingers in your face, like what's up, fuck you. I was a big Stone Cold fan. I was a big Rock fan. That's for another story though. That's for another day. Anyways, yeah, like it's interesting to see that. I forgot why I went on this tangent on fucking wrestling. Anybody know? Does anybody know in chat? Does anybody know?
Yeah, we just yapped it up. I don't even remember neither. I guess
we were talking about Drake and Kendrick and how like the void is left. I forgot why I redirected that to this.
Because how John Cena talked about The Rock leaving. How John Cena talked about The Rock leaving, but The Rock actually paved the way for wrestlers to go and do other stuff.
Oh, yeah. But why do we get into that? I know how we got into the wrestling thing in terms of like The Rock and all those points. How do we get to me speaking? Yeah. I need to take notes next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there though.
Well, thank you guys for having me. Remember to like and subscribe to the homie. It's been a time.
Always appreciate it. Always welcome.
Thank you, Demek.
Oh, you guys are always welcome on stream.
Danny, when's the next collab? When's the next Demek collab with Danny Ka?
With Danny Ka.
Let's just start, everyone. Let's just start.
Let me do the name reading. Thank you for stopping by, Danny, Katie, and Seismic. And to all the lurkers, you're always appreciated, whether you speak in chat or not. As a wise man once said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Thank you. I appreciate that. O2 Star. See you later.
Are we out there?